is Calum. I am an empath, a psychic, an oracle of sorts, an overall deep thinker and feeler. I'm gonna get a message out. I decided to do it as a live today. Like meant to be looked back on. My phone is out of storage and I don't feel like dealing with it right now. I'm still getting set up, so allow me a moment to get everything set up. I don't think we're gonna use this deck today. I'd like to do lives more often. I wanna like actually put together some kind of schedule. Put all these up here. Because I really enjoy doing the lives, and I would like to get to a point where like my consistent audience can actually join me for the lives. But we'll get there. Sorry, I just rolled up to the park, and immediately decided to start the live. We'll pull it out just for shits and giggles. Okay. Before we get started, I'm gonna ring this bell. If you have a sound sensitivity, I would turn your volume down. It can be a little loud. I'm gonna ring it in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, especially loud today. All right. So I didn't go to bed last night. I stayed up all night because it got to a point where I was up at like 3 a.m. and I was watching Squid Game 2, and I was like, nope, it's not happening tonight. But I took a nap at like 9 a.m. and I woke up like an hour ago, and there was a message that I received in my dream last night, all right, this afternoon, about an acceleration. It was like I was working towards something in this dream in like a team setting, and as my team kept working at this goal, we got quicker and quicker at completing this objective. Hello. And we were like jumping through like realities to make this. I don't even know what it was. It was like we were breaking into like some kind of ore, but eventually it got to the point where we were like traveling like I don't know, it was like reality after reality after reality, and something that someone said in the dream was like, you seem to be pretty good at that. And then I'd responded, I think you would find me as like a valuable part of your team or something. And the message that was coming through is that there is some kind of opportunity coming your way that not only is destined for you, but is designed for you. Designed with you in mind. And we're gonna pull some cards to expand on this message, to get more details about it. But I go by they, them pronouns. I'm non-binary. Thank you for asking. The first card that I pulled today, like I woke up from the stream, I journaled about it, and then I pulled a Wicca Oracle card. Mohammed, you should watch my video called Mental Alchemy 101. It's about how to completely restart your life. I'm like slowly working on a series exactly for your situation, because I've been there before. Life can be really hard, but there are strategies that we can use to reinvent ourselves. Some of the concepts that I talk about is take note of all the things in your life that you do appreciate and you don't. And like actively put these in a list and then figure out ways that you can transform those negative aspects that you don't like about your life into something that's enjoyable. For example, say you are like say you smoke too much. You want to find some kind of alternative habit that, instead of being a detriment to your health, you find something that like replaces the time that you would be smoking with something productive, which could be something as simple as like going on a walk every time you have the impulse. Or when it comes to a job, if you take note of what you do and don't like about the job, it kind of allows you to get the image in front of you and build a concept for, or like build an outline for what is possible at another opportunity. Absolutely. If you're in here, you're already my friend. No way. That is so kind. Jumble of letters, BJDLKS. That's so kind. I'm so happy that I could make an impact on your life. Hello, Neon. All right, so I'm gonna read the oracle for this card, the Perfection of the Circle. This card speaks greatly about protection, and it's interesting that this card came through because the message in the dream was heavily about like an opportunity that is destined for you and designed for you. And I feel like this oracle card is perfect confirmation of that. I'll hold this up while I read it. The circle is the most perfect shape in nature. It is the temple that is renewed every time, a boundary between the world of humans and the realms of the powerful, a shield against all deceit and wickedness, a place of protection and guardian of our power. One enters the circle with love and trust to connect to the whole. It is the mouth of the cauldron of rebirth from which our soul emerges strong and renewed. You are safe. You do not have to fear adverse energies. Nothing can tarnish you or reach you unless you want it to. You own your space. You hold the sword. Here's a cauldron of infinite inspiration. Can boil. That was worded weird. The key is in protection. The tool is a sword. The magic words are love and trust. And the power is in magic shield and amplification of our forces. And I think this is trying to say that this opportunity is something that you are going to be the like number one contributor to this energy, whatever it may be. All right, I'm gonna put this back, and we're gonna pull some cards. Ooh, I kind of want to pull Citadel cards, but I'm gonna wait on that. Not to get sidetracked, but I bought a fucking granola bar from my vending machine when I left for the park today, and I didn't realize that it was a wafer bar. So now instead of getting like oats, I'm having just pure sugar, and I'm not stoked about it. There it is. We're gonna start with the Wanderer's Tarot. I hope you all are having a wonderful moment in time. I hope you're having a really happy new year. Adjusting to this 2025 energy. It's been an interesting start to the year for me. Not in any particular way. It's just like my energy's been all over the place. I've been up till like 4 a.m. every night so far. And that's kind of been like my body clock the last month. But I don't know. I've been wanting to wake up earlier, and I just haven't really been able to like get to sleep. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of energy that I'm having to process at this time, and it's kind of not really a matter of sleeping, but just being alone and at home and just taking care of myself. I've been drinking a an absolute load of water, and I think it could be important for you to do the same. Um, like I'm telling you, I've probably drank like 7 bottles of water a day for the last like 2 weeks. It has been it's starting to like piss me off, but I also know that it's just because of the intense amount of work that my spiritual body is going through. But it is annoying because I will drink an entire bottle of water and then feel like I didn't have a drop. It is something. All right, let's pull cards. Enough rambling. Enough rambling. Let's expand on this opportunity that is coming to the collective. The Chariot. It's coming fast, I'm telling you. The energy that was coming through, it felt like a severe acceleration. It's like you've been slowly getting little like tidbits of what this could be, and over time it's gotten like the energy has picked up, but now it's at a point where spirit is like, we see that you are ready, and now things are gonna start. Like I think I wouldn't be surprised if in a month's time you'll look back and be like, what the fuck just happened, because of how quickly things just changed. Give me more on the Chariot. The Six of Cups. This could be something from the past. This might be something that you've like always dreamed of doing, but I also think it's something that like maybe you thought of in the past, because like with the Six of Cups, it's not really, I'm not getting the most like it's a financial endeavor. It feels like something that you're, I wanted to say emotionally attached to, but I think it's more like you have emotional investment in this, in where like if this opportunity came forward, you would see it and your heart would light up. Like it's just pure excitement about it. But the Six of Cups makes me think that you maybe have been like, you've maybe thought about going into this field, or I guess this could be a relationship, but I'm really getting like, not even necessarily career. It's like, it just feels like purpose. And it feels like you've wanted to do this before, but in the past you weren't in the right headspace, and you would like look at this situation and be like, no, I can't do that for this reason, or if I did that, these people would think this. And now I feel like you've kind of just released the Hanged Man in reverse is on the bottom of the deck. You've had a shift in perspective, and now you recognize I am worthy of that, and if it makes me happy, that's all that matters. It truly. Oh, another thing that a channeled message that came through was like, the redemption arc begins, and I think it's that like maybe you had an opportunity that was stolen from you in the past, and now this is your chance at redemption. Maybe not exactly in the same place, but doing the same, doing whatever it is that you are extremely good at, like the kind of skill that only comes around once a lifetime. It truly is like, I mean, I'm gonna keep saying it because it's alive, but like this is an opportunity that not only you are destined for, but was designed for you. We have strength. I think it's because of a recognition of your strength, and at this time, Spirit wants you to just like don't focus on anybody that is trying to like tell you things aren't the way they are. Just live in your own happy little world. Keep doing your thing. Keep up with your meditative practices. Oh, oh fuck. There was a vocabulary word that came in. You're damn right. There's a vocabulary word that came in right before this. It was like aggregative or something, and it meant for like many parts to come together. This almost like I'm hearing Captain America saying like Avengers Assemble. Like it's like you're going to be a part of a team that like will change the world. All right, give me more on the chariot. Let's build this out a little bit. Yeah. You might be... Oh, another thing that came through... God, these messages are just flying in. Was pack your bags. Like, I think this might be something where you are going to be, like, going across the country or out of country or even just out of town. This might be something where, like, you get placed in... Like, you are given housing for this opportunity. Maybe you're, like, living in, like, a group housing sort of thing to work in a team. Give me more on the Three of Wands. The Three of Pentacles, absolutely. This is, you're being, like, ushered into, oh, fuck. I wanted to check the vocabulary word, but whatever. Oh, the Fool is on the bottom, or not on the bottom, it was just, like, in there. The Fool. This is a new chance for you. But it's a new chance, like, I feel like you are the kind of person who has always wanted to work in a team, but has never worked well in a team before because the people that you get paired up with take advantage of you or force you to do more than you need to, or they just absolutely wear you out. And this is, like I said, this is redemption. Now you get to be with like-minded people who have the same goals, same intentions, the same abilities that you do, or even abilities that you don't have that will benefit the goal overall. Like, this is gonna be, like, dream team. Like, I'm almost, you know how in heist movies, there's always, like, we need to build a team, and it's like, this is the guy, he breaks safes, and this person, they're the getaway driver. It's like, you have somebody who's, like, what's the word for that? They're like a recruiter for whatever this opportunity is, and they're just, like, cherry picking the perfect people for this opportunity, and you are one of them. Give me more on the Six of Cups. We have the Wheel, we have the World, and the Eight of Cups. And the Five of Cups. Low-key, this feels like, with the Eight of Cups and the Five of Cups, it almost feels like somebody, this perfect opportunity is coming in right as you are, how do I describe that? It feels like they're stealing you from somebody who's, like, some system or opportunity that doesn't deserve you. Like, with the Wheel of Fortune, it makes me feel like they've been waiting for you to be, waiting for the perfect moment, like, to strike. And with the World, I think it's that you are, like, so perfect that they are gonna come in and be like, we will pay for you to leave these people. I want to get more on the Five of Cups, though, because I think there's more to that. Like, I almost feel like at first you're gonna be offered this and it's gonna feel too good to be true. We have the Tower. Well, the Tower came out in reverse. This is one of those major arcana cards that I will always take upright or reverse, depending. I don't really like to do reversals, but in this context, I think it's perfect. Because the Tower, in reverse with the Eight of Wands, it truly feels like tearing apart something that doesn't work to move to a place that does. And with the Five of Cups, I think it's going to be hard for you to an extent. Like, it's not, I don't think you're too attached to whatever this situation is that you are attached to, but it is like, I don't want to leave these people high and dry, but trust me, they're going to be fine. And I get the sense that these people that you are attached to aren't necessarily as attached to you as you are them. Like, maybe when you're thinking this over, think, do these people care about me as much as I do? Like, as much as I care about them? Like, would they, if given the opportunity, would they cut my pay just because? this opportunity coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. Like, this is what you have been waiting for, the chance to be like make an impact, but also be paid fairly. The sun is hot. I'm not sure if you're calling me hot or if that's just a play of words on your name. We have the Seven of Wands. Again, this is like redemption energy. Like your birthright, I'm hearing. Like you're not allowing anyone to steer you off your path now. Let's get more about strength. We have the Hermit and the Ace of Cups. I think this is a chance for you to like share yourself fully and completely. I think you've been put through so many opportunities that made you feel very like alone, and I heard derelict, like left behind. Opportunities that purposefully count you out and make you feel like you aren't a part of the team. And now you're being like, I got a notification earlier and it really stood out to me. It was like a Reddit post, and it was like, "Your throne, sire." And I literally feel like this is you being crowned. Like people finally, you finally getting the recognition you deserve and being treated like royalty for it. We have the Four of Swords. Give me context on the Four of Swords. What about the Four of Swords? Four of Wands. I never know what to make of the Four of Swords in this deck because it gives such like Four of Cups vibes. Because like the Four of Swords, I feel like usually is a card of rest, but in this deck, he's like, he seems to just be like running from his demons. But the Four of Wands is like a card of celebration. Low-key, it could be like running from the demons in your old life to celebrate your new life. I'm gonna read the Four of Swords. What does that mean? I recognize the name Uriel, but I don't... Is that one of the archangels? The greatest and most uncertain battle is the one within you, full of doubts and fears. That's all I need to hear. So, with the Four of Swords, I remembered that this was in clarification to strength. And one of the messages that the Oracle card talked about was this energy of protection and this need for, like, trusting the process. I think that it's again that energy of like not feeling deserving or feeling like at any moment the shoe is going to drop. But this is a time where the shoe is not going to drop. There's not a catch. You finally get to just like be happy and celebrate a win for yourself. And Spirit is heavily urging you to, like, at this time, not only cleanse your energy, but like while you're meditating, just make sure that you are like returning all karmic energies to its responsible owner. Because I think like something I heard in a reading recently is that us healers, we tend to become overly attached to other people's karmic contracts because we want to help them through it. But the only way to work through those contracts is by like truly learning the lesson for yourself. And by us taking that responsibility, by taking that onus, we're kind of just hurting ourselves and like crippling our own growth. And Spirit's saying no more. Like, claim the work that you have done for yourself and just own that and be happy. Gotcha. That's unfortunate, but know that this moment of exhaustion is very likely I would really listen to what your body is telling you. I'm not sure. I don't know. When I've been in situations like that, the most important thing for me has been centering myself and turning to the divine to guide me in the right direction. Which, if it's any consolation, I had to quit my job like 2 months ago because it was killing me. It got to a point where I was working in the restaurant industry, and that shit is just exhausting. And I started to recognize like my potential is being wasted here. And if I continue on like this with the people that worked there, that were just like leeching off of my energy, if I stayed there, I was gonna die. Like, it truly, I had to quit my job because it felt like life or death. And so far, I'm 2 months without a job, and it's been all right. On a 3D sense, but in like deeper terms, it's given me the chance to like truly think about what I want to do moving forward. I hope that's able to help in some way. I know that a lot of people aren't as fortunate as I am to like be able to just like quit their job and not have a job for a while, but I think it is important to think about what the environments you are in are doing to you physically. That's more what I'm trying to get across. Because if you're pouring energy into places where it's just going down a sinkhole, you're not going to get anything in return. And I'm sure this exhaustion is probably indication from your guides that a change needs to take place. We pulled the moon, and if this message is resonating, know that all hope is not lost. With the moon, I think there's something happening behind the scenes right now that you aren't fully conscious of. And I just keep hearing in my head over and over again, trust the process. The 10 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. Good, I'm glad. Like, any setbacks that are currently showing up in the 3D reality are illusions, and I say that lightly. I don't mean to say illusions to like discount any experience, because everything you're feeling is valid, but it's also important to know that there's like so much more life to live ahead of this one moment. I like to think, when I look back in 5 years, is this a moment I'm going to remember? Or a converse aspect to that is like, what parts of this experience oh wow, Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, there's an opportunity coming. In what form, I'm not entirely sure. It's the Ace of Pentacles, so I feel like it is some kind of like career, or like even like hobby that just gives you a sense of fulfillment. Something is coming around. The wheel is turning. Things are accelerating. If you're doing the work, Spirit will reward you. And I'm so glad. Honestly, half the time when I do these readings, I end the message and I'm like, I don't even know what I just said, but I'm glad it could make an impact. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Give me more on the Ace of Pentacles. Let's dive deeper into what this might look like. The Ten of Wands. So I think this is an opportunity that is going to be fruitful, but it's going to be like I think it's going to test your limits, but in like a very rewarding way, like never before. In that it's work that you truly care about. And I say work lightly. I mean work in the most general sense, because work can show up in many different forms. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to stray too far. But I just think this is something that, like, you're going to be working harder than you have before, but it's not going to feel as draining. And that's kind of what I was talking about a second ago, in that, like, when you're doing work that you love, something that matters to you, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel challenging because it's in alignment with your passion, with your purpose, with your values. Three of Wands again. I don't know, you're gonna be going somewhere. The collective energy right now has such a vicarious, like, I don't know, like, it just feels like exploring the world and what different places have to offer. We have the Eight of Cups again. I didn't say what card I wanted to pull this for. Just pull cards, whatever. Don't need to be strict about the format. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Ten of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Okay. The transition that's going to take place when this opportunity comes in, I don't want to say it's a test, but it is more a chance to show what you've learned. The Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and Three of Wands, it seems to indicate that the journey to, like, this opportunity is going to be rewarding and challenging, but not arduous. And with the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Wands, it's again that energy. It feels like you're going to be pulled from a situation you aren't necessarily comfortable with leaving. But the Queen of Wands urges you to be that example. To show that your intuition speaks louder than those who doubt you. And to the Ten of Swords with the Page of Cups is a really interesting combo, because it feels like this idea that, like, on the surface, it is Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. On the surface, it might feel like this grand ending, the greatest betrayal, the, like, ending of all endings of a story. But in reality, it's a new opportunity. It is a new chance to think of more, think outside the box. And with the Ten of Pentacles, I think that inspiration is going to lead you to success. No matter the misfortune or pain that you feel, this fulfillment is coming. We have the Sun and the Seven of Cups. Think outside the box. Keep your mind focused on... Oh, the way these things come out is so beautiful. We have the Star. Follow your heart and listen to what your heart is telling you. Like, because so much more is possible than what it feels like everyone around you wants you to think. The Nine of Wands with the Nine of Cups makes me think that like, this is going to be extremely fulfilled. And no matter how difficult this momentary roadblock is going to feel, it's going to be rewarding. With the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, I think there might be someone who sees you and recognizes you for the worth that you have and just says no more. That was a stream of consciousness there. I think we're going to shift decks. I have thought about doing pretty much the same thing. I had a van with my ex like 2 years ago. We had a van that we had like a bed in the back, and we built like storage drawers, and that was like the most free I felt was driving that thing. I encourage you to have that be a goal for you, because like if that excites you, that's where you're meant to be going. Like freedom is the should be the guiding light, you know? Which I don't want to say like just drop everything and like make sure that you have a plan. But I also don't completely I don't know. I'm very much an advocate for freedom from the system, and as a shaman, one of my goals is to be able to travel around the world and help people along the way. Just have the universe take me where I'm meant to be taken. I encourage you to follow your heart and do what excites you. I don't mean to sound like a broken record. I just keep repeating myself, but this is a pivotal time. We're gonna pull some Citadel cards. This is a new deck. I used it in my reading on New Year, and I want to like try to have it be a regular deck in the readings because I want to learn these cards. The imagery on them is just absolutely beautiful. Like, look at this card, Captain, taking command, teamwork. That's a synchronicity right there. I didn't even know what card that was. You know what? We're gonna pull it. Why not? That feels so synchronistic to the message that's coming through. There's just very much this collective energy that there's somebody that wants you on their team. I split the deck on the champion, achievement, and downfall. I guess that's kind of the duality of being a champion. We'll pull one more. The Muse, generosity and naivety. Oh, it just started raining. All right, let's read the Captain. A friendly call, a grin, a warm handshake. The captain passes in the streets with their men, the playful jostling of armored guardsmen reminiscent of a tussling pack of littermates. In the center of it all, the captain commands their followers with ease. Confident in their position, well aware of the loyalty and love they inspire, they have earned this position through hard work and camaraderie. It may feel safer to attempt a task alone, but some things are easier with a little teamwork. Don't ignore the talents of those around you. You need to experience... That seems like a typo. Oh no. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm just silly. Don't ignore the talents of those around you. You need the experience and diversity of others to accomplish your goal. Be the driving force that's needed to get things done. But make sure to acknowledge the value that each person brings to the table. Take stock of people that might be able to help. The energy that Spirit is trying to communicate to the collective is that we are not alone. We've gone so long on this journey alone that we've earned the right to ask for help. $68. The Champion. Oh, I'm gonna show these cards while I'm... Okay. I just get very passionate, and sometimes things just, like, I end up repeating myself. But, I just encourage you to follow your heart. So we have the Champion. Steel flashes in the sun. An opponent yields. The crowd roars. Victory is a heady brew, and the Champion raises their arms, drinking in the praise and adoration. But overconfidence is blinding, and behind them, their opponent gets back on their feet. You're riding high on victory at the moment, and you've earned the right to celebrate, but don't let it get to your head. Not only could arrogance unpick all of your progress, but if you turn your back on a half-finished job, you may see those successes fall apart faster than you can hold them together. And with that, I feel like there's a message in how we talked about how the energy is like accelerating and picking up, but leave that acceleration to the divine. Let the energy do what it will and maintain presence in the moment so that you don't get caught up, you don't get swept away in the potential of an opportunity instead of what's directly in front of you. Because when the time is right, things will come forward. We have the Muse. This card speaks of generosity. And I don't know what page this is on. Give me just a moment. The Muse, where is it? Page 100. Laughter, flowing wine, the sound of someone playing the lyre. Sunshine streams into the square, bathing a gathering of dancing youths in its warmth. The Muse doesn't see the world as it is, but rather its potential, and dreams of a life of peace and equality. Never short of a song or a toast, the Muse is an optimist and a lover, always ready with a kind word and a spare cup of wine. Now is the time to look beyond the bad news and embrace a little of that dreamer's spirit. Any situation can be improved with hard work, but it also needs optimism, belief in the potential for a better outcome, especially if others believe in it too. Being jaded is for the world wary. Embrace positivity instead. All of these cards, I feel like they're just communicating this message of balance in the present moment and the possibility of the next. Like, I don't know, feeling like the full extent of your emotions, but not getting swept away by them, you know? I'm gonna pull some Light Visions Tarot to clarify these. I need water. A war in what way? Because I kind of know what you mean. Do you mean like a social sort of thing? Or like people trying to like tear you or others down? Alright, let's clarify these. I just felt called to look through my, like, I use this journal for channeled messages. And that is really interesting. This was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago that I wrote these messages. But some of the synchronicities are coming through again. For one, Rubber Band, The Great Unknown, and 000 and 999. I've seen both of those numbers like 4 different times each the last couple days. And what that's telling me is it's that 10 of cups, or not 10 of cups, 10 of swords, page of cups energy. In that, like, 999 speaks about the ending of cycles, some kind of change or energy being brought to a halt. But 000 is a beautiful number because it asks us to think of every possibility of a situation, to think outside the box, to like the example that comes to mind, like a year ago now, I got fired from a job that I'd been working for like 7 years, and I didn't know where to go. I've worked other odd and ends jobs outside of that place, but it was like that was the one place I knew I could turn to if I needed work. And like, I got fired, and it was totally my fault. Like, I was showing up late because I was just absolutely exhausted and worn out, and I couldn't get myself to get enough sleep. But when that job ended, I saw 000 over and over and over again. And I saw it before I got fired, before I knew I was getting fired. And I wasn't quite sure what message was being put across. But it was kind of beautiful when I did get fired, because it, instead of going into like immediate panic mode, it gave me a chance to like think and establish a new foundation of like, this sucks, but how is this the best thing that has ever happened for me? Because I'd already been wanting to quit that job for months, and it was almost like divine intervention of this opportunity being taken away from me by force. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this, in that it's like spirit is like seeing things that do not serve you. And I mean that the Chariot is on the bottom of the deck. That's the first card we pulled. It's like full stop. No more of these leeching, draining, harmful energies. Full stop. And now we're going to give you the chance to have, I don't want to say have everything you've ever dreamed, but feel the way you've always wanted to feel. That's what's most important, is the feeling that you are going to not even get from this experience, but that's kind of what they want you to cultivate, is like have that feeling of what, like, how do I human form words, please. It's gone. It'll come back if need be. Whatever. I hope the point got across. We have the Hermit. And the Hierophant. I heard Anointed and Secret. We have the Seven of Chalices. And the Six of Wands. Yeah. Whoa. This is almost like there's gonna be some kind of grand reveal. Like, if this message resonates for you. I get that you may have spent a lot of time alone recently, but it's not like time poorly spent. Like it has been, every second has been spent taking care of your inner world, and because of that, there's some kind of like, I heard world breaker. I don't really know what that means. But it's, I think people are starting to recognize the value that you bring to the table, and they see the change that you can enact on the, enact? Is that a word? I think so. Enact on the world. And with the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Wands, I'm like being called to the way this, all the cups are being swept away on this, like, I guess, like, I think it's supposed to be water, but it looks very wispy, like clouds. And a message that came through like a couple months ago was something about the winds of change. And with the 6 of Wands, I feel like you are about to be carried away on the winds of change, swept off your feet. We have the Fool and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm not going to take them, but they fell out. Give me more on the Hermit. Actually, oh, 2 of Swords. I feel like there's some kind of decision that needs to be made. Yeah. The decision to claim your contentment before the 3D world can confirm it for you. Because the idea that Spirit is trying to get across is that by claiming this contentment now, when you do receive these blessings, you won't get as caught up on how, like, it's almost like you won't get as attached to the high of when these blessings come in. It's like, I'm already in this state, and in having these things, it's like, it's about time, rather than, oh my gosh, you saved me. It's taking yourself from this mindset of needing to be saved, and instead being like, I deserve this because I've earned this. And it'll allow you to move forward and build on that more easily. That's the like shift. Whoa, my bad. What the fuck? The shift that needs to take place internally is claiming that for yourself before you get it. Walking around as the Hierophant that you are before other people confirm it for you. Is there anything else we need to know about this decision? Whoa. We have 3 cards. We have the Page of Wands, Alcahest, and the 5 of Wands. I'm hearing let inspiration be your guide. I think, oh, and with Alcahest, with the 5 of Wands, I think that World Weaver. Sorry, I didn't see your message till now. That's the perfect word for this whole energy. Be the weaver of your world, in that these things come to you because you willed them so. But with the 5 of Wands, I'm actually intrigued by this energy, with how you were talking about the energy of a war. There may be conflicts that arise, and Spirit is saying that the key to rising above or resolving or getting away from these conflicts is following your inspiration. What that means, I couldn't tell you, if I'm honest. How can the inspiration be the solution to a conflict here, Spirit? Give me some clarity. The Knight of Chalices. Because I feel like you're not afraid to follow your heart. It's almost like the Page of Wands is, or I guess more the Knight of Chalices is taking place of the Knight of Wands in this context. In that it's like, you get inspiration for something, and then somebody's like, actually, I'm very threatened by that idea. And then instead of going to war with them like the Knight of Wands would, you kind of just follow your own joy. Like he's just living his best life, riding this sea dragon. I don't know. I feel like the point is getting across through this, but also I just work here. I don't know. Give me more on the Hierophant. Did you see? Oh my god, the Emperor. Did you see how that card just like flipped up at my face? I'm telling you, this is anointment. Like, true recognition and claiming of status. We have the Nine of Swords. I almost feel like there's been this energy of doubt around this. Like, something I talked about in a reading recently was stopping yourself before you even start. And I think that we're kind of carrying the result of that energy into this reading, in that you need to release the fear of what could go wrong in a situation, because that fear is the one thing that is blocking you from claiming this status isn't the right word. Role? Because the Emperor is he's the governor of his world. The Emperor sits on his throne, and he knows that anything that comes his way is within his power to change, to control. And something the Wanderer's Tarot talks about with the Emperor is, if you are not the one in control, then you are the subject of the Emperor. And Spirit needs you to claim your importance, no matter how scary it may feel with the Page of Cups, or Page of Chalices. I want to put those back. The Knight of Swords. And in physical terms, this could just be speaking your truth. Don't allow anyone to sway you in any one direction or the other. The Nine of Chalices is on the bottom of the deck with the Tower and the Three of Chalices. And what that's telling me is that your sense of peace is like the end of the world for those who oppose you, for those who have counted you out. And I'm not saying celebrate that, because we don't want to celebrate people going through hard times, but celebrate your own actualization, that like celebrate the fact that you are living in your own divine truth, is kind of what I'm getting from that. Give me more on the Seven of Chalices. Oh. I just saw Temperance when I split the deck. Tell me more about the 7. We have the Hanged Man. In reverse. I'll take it. I'm not really sure what to make of that. The 6 of Pentacles. I just keep hearing think outside the box. What's the context on the 6 of Pentacles? Flip over. The Sun. Okay, this is a phrase that isn't used in good context most of the time, but I'm hearing count your blessings in the most positive way, because most of the time when you hear count your blessing, it's usually as a threat. But in this context, I feel like Spirit really wants you to prevent the doubt from having control over your perception on the world. Joy should be your, not baseline, but that guiding light we were talking about. The North Star is the sun. We want to embody joy and peace and excitement, and anger, pain, and fear can all have places in the heart at the same time as joy and happiness. It's just a matter of having a healthy balance between the two. I highly recommend some shadow work journaling at this time, because I feel like there's just some kind of subconscious thing going on where it's just not feeling deserving of such blessings, whatever these are going to look like, whatever this opportunity is. I want to pull more cards for the 6 of Wands, but there's such a hesitancy. And I feel like I'm picking up on the collective's energy in this case. It's like, having been wronged so much in the past, it feels almost too good to be true to rise to a place of recognition. I don't know, she's floating along on this river, and I keep hearing why are the waters so calm? It's like being freaked out by the calm. Give me more on the 6 of Wands. The 8 of Chalices. I feel like in this context, the 8 of Chalices is about walking away from that trauma response, nurturing that part within you that gets thrown into fight or flight in silence. Not even by people trying you, but by calm. You could have been someone who grew up in a hectic home environment, one of a nature I'm not going to go into. But I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you that you are safe now. Give me more on the 8 of Chalices and the 6 of Wands. The High Priestess. They want you to sit with that. Feel what comes up in the moments of silence and take note of them. Meditation is so important at this time, especially with it raining right now. It actually just stopped. Oh no, it's still kind of going, but I think that might be the tree dripping on my car. Like, take note of the anxiety that arises in you by not having anything going on. Because I think you're going to recognize a part of your inner child that has been waiting for you to, like, recognize it or even just hold it. Yeah, there's just, like, such a pain in my heart around the High Priestess. We have justice. I think in order for this opportunity, this blessing to come in, you have to, like, this opportunity will be justice, but you have to provide that justice for yourself before the world can confirm that for you. Because if you enter this new timeline with the same old patterns, you might end up sabotaging yourself. And that's the result that Spirit is gently walking you toward, like, to avoid. Self-acceptance is the word of the day, I think. Learning to love your shadow and learning to take care of the parts of yourself that are scared in the face of good opportunities. Like, that's just trauma, you know? I understand. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. But I think you have every tool that you need to walk this internal journey. Spirit and your guides have faith in you. I also just want to... I'm taking note of how the cards kind of tell a story here. And actually, looking at the imagery now is kind of interesting. Because it feels like the queen in this context, it feels like she is... Like, let's imagine this goose is the mind. The queen is learning to quiet the mind. And the King of Swords, although in this imagery, he's about to kill those baby geese, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm getting more of like, the way he's holding the sword, right now, it feels like orchestration. It almost feels like he's conducting these butterflies that are flying out of the bird's nest. And I don't know, it's a call to nurture yourself. Show your inner child some peace, comfort, and excitement. I can feel the energy is starting to, like, taper off. So I think I'm gonna end it pretty much here. I want to pull some angel messages before I go, and then we will call it a day. This reading was powerful, though. It kind of took it out of me, I'm not going to lie. But I am taking note of how I'm feeling there, in that the energy was beautiful, it was very powerful, it was very assuring, but also, in the lulls of moments where you're not feeling that rush, it's important to nurture ourselves, to allow ourselves to feel peace, even if we're not, like, at 1,000%. I don't know how else to say it. I also think my exhaustion's starting to catch up with me. I rode the wave of energy. Now my body's like, all right, I'm done for the day. Sorry, I just want to put all these away before I pull the angel messages. Where did I put them? All right. What do the angels want the collective to know at this time? We have Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. I think in moments like these, like, I'm just feeling so out of it all of a sudden. Sometimes it's good to release the weight that you can't carry to your spirit team and allow them to guide you through the process of processing everything that you're feeling and experiencing. We have Yvonne. You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. Might be important to spend time with some pets. Or even, like, go to a cat cafe, I'm hearing. There might be some healing that could take place from your animals. Aurora. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. It's again that Queen of Wands energy, being the example of following your heart and not being ashamed, just being the vibrant leader that you are. I looked like freaked out by this because I pulled Fiona and Aurora in my last live, and it's interesting. And then we have Zana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Yeah, that's what we were talking about with the Ten of Swords, with the Page of Cups. It's like, I think that this situation feels worse than it is. It feels so scary because of the standards that have been built through the, like, societal structures. But I think that like the card says, the worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe, and the trouble is in that relaxing and feeling safe. So maybe do some yoga, or like find some kind of practice that you can consistently do that can bring you to center. That sounded like I was gonna keep going, but I think that's all I had to say there. Let's pull one more. Whoa. Athena. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. I feel like that's what I was just saying. Sun, I don't know if you're still here, but Archangel Uriel just came out of my angels deck. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. And I'm just being called to Serena on the bottom of the deck as well. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. I need to, like, take deep breaths after this. I don't know, the energy just got so intense all of a sudden. And I recommend you do the same. I'm gonna leave this message here. Very powerful stuff. I wish I could wrap everything up in a neat little bow, but honestly, my mind has just been like spirit they're like, you said all you had to say, so I'm just gonna get out of here. Um, take care of yourself. Know that I love you. Know that your angels love you. You have a beautiful team of spirit guides who are supporting you every step of the way. And no matter how things may feel, trust that big things are coming, and all you need to do is claim that for yourself. And get excited, but not too excited. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Anyway, my name is Caleb. This has been Full Mental Alchemy. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful 2025 if I don't see you again. I do want to start doing lives more often, because I really enjoy this format. It's kind of just a matter of when I actually choose to do it, because my roommates have been in Vegas, so I've been like, I've had a lot more time for readings, and it's been fun doing lives, but they're back now, and I don't mean to sound sad that they're back, because I like my roommates, but I also don't feel as free to do my practices when they're around, which is a bummer. But anyway, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.